Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to the Kojo Show.
I'm your host, Coby James.
And I'm your older, therefore wiser host, Joseph O'Brien.
Okay.
Today, we're going to talk about music.
And we're going to talk about life.
Let's talk about it.
We started a podcast. Yes, we did now. We started a podcast. It's the Kojo Show.
Yo, Joseph, did we make a podcast?
I guess we did.
Do you think anybody's going to listen?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Kojo. Updates on life.
All right, life updates, Joseph. What you got for us?
Nothing much, man. I must say, I do have a song coming out. Either when this episode releases, it's already out. Or
Is this the one we wrote?
This is no. This one is September 30th. It is Take Your Time. Take Your Time is out for all people to listen to. If it's already out, but if it's not, it's coming out. And then next year, Coby and I have a song that we wrote together called "Down in My Heart." Parentheses Joy.
It's called Joy, and it's a really fun song. Toby Mac said it was, dare I say, a hit.
Oh,
he did. He said it was a hit. That doesn't necessarily translate to the charts.
We're hoping. Well, he's very successful.
I'm super hopeful for the song. I think it's a great song. I think it's a smash. Maybe we'll even sneak peek it at some point on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe. January is when it's coming out of next year.
Yeah.
So, and I'm assuming this podcast episode is gonna be out before January.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Maybe we'll lose audio again.
Oh.
No, Take Your Time's a great song. I'm really proud of you. I think it's a great song. Like, genuinely. He got to play it live at this last show that we played together, and it was really good. It was my favorite one I think you did live.
Gracias.
Appreciate it. Great. So that's awesome.
What's going on with you, man? Anything?
Man, just writing a lot. Oh, I got a Christmas song coming out, which we also wrote together.
We also wrote that together.
I worked on that some today, actually. I went and worked on that. And it's coming out hopefully 3 weeks-ish, 2 weeks-ish, 4 weeks-ish.
Okay.
Something like that. But really, really stoked for that. Got some like really classic vibes on it. We spent like 2 days writing it, didn't we?
Yeah, I think around there.
Yeah, it was a beast to write, but it feels good. Really excited about it. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And that kind of leads us into our Christmas tour.
Yes, we do have a Christmas tour. What are we calling it?
Comfort and Joy.
Comfort and Joy.
I'm Comfort.
And I'm Joy.
There you go. And we'll have some Kojo Show segments like we do here, kind of in the tour itself. We'll be talking about the Kojo Show a lot. It'll be a whole thing, but I'm really, really excited for it.
We're both pretty ecstatic about this because we're providing some youthful, positive vibes.
Yeah.
For Christmas, and it's two kids who we're gonna do some skits. I think we're gonna have so much fun with it.
It's gonna be fun.
So if you want to know how to get in contact, like we said last episode, contact JRA, Jeff Roberts Agency,
or
and
go to our websites, CobyJames.com.
Yes,
and
I'm sure I have some things on there.
JosephO'Brien.com. What's your website?
Yeah, it's JosephO'BrienMusic.com, I believe.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, just check out, and if you want to book us, and we'll come to a church near you. We're excited. So.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's always fun traveling with you.
It is very fun traveling.
I enjoy it, but I don't appreciate you driving because your braking is the worst.
That is so not true. Okay, so wait, what happened? You used to get so mad at me. The last time we traveled, because I braked too late, which we both have a friend named Blake Cross.
Oh my gosh.
And
makes Joseph look like he's the driver's ed instructor.
I'm a saint when it comes to Blake Cross. Blake Cross is the worst driver, but anyway, that's an inside joke. Blake Cross, shout out to you. You're the worst driver I've ever met.
It's not an inside joke. He's just a bad driver.
He's terrible. He's terrible. But hey, tell the folks what almost happened to us on the highway the other day.
As you know from our last podcast, I missed a few turns. So we let Joseph drive the rest of the way back or something. And we're on the highway, right? And I've been in 2 car wrecks recently, so I'm extremely sensitive to braking. I'm just like, you got to brake. When you see brake lights, even if it's a car ahead, brake. Just brake. What's going to hurt? We're on the highway, and there's a couple times that I was a little too sensitive, and I was like, brake. And he was like, okay, Coby, I know.
He would say just like that, too.
And it comes to like this point in the drive where we're going down the highway and there's this car in front of us, and all of a sudden he slams on his brake. And Joseph's like on his phone or something. What were you doing?
No, wait.
You were like
was
showing
I
me
driving?
You were showing me a picture. Or
No, I wasn't
something.
showing a picture. I was setting up the movie soundtrack game.
Oh, so important.
Yeah, it was. It was important, and it was on the touch screen. I was making sure I was obeying the law, but I was.
You were not obeying the
yes,
law.
I hit Spotify on the app thing.
No, he
'cause,
wasn't.
Yeah, they make cars. You can do that with the touch screen. You can do that while you're driving.
So, anyways, I see the brake lights and I go, Joseph, brake, 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 brake. And he goes, what? And then he hits the brake, and there was no one behind us, luckily, or else we would have gotten rear-ended probably. But this car beside us had spun out.
Well, not beside us. It was about a couple cars in front of us.
Yeah, but like it was the lane beside us, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it was the one lane right to us and probably about 50 feet ahead.
Yeah, real close. I mean,
Very
close
close.
enough for us to have hit him.
Yeah.
Or the car in front of us to have hit him. And I was just like, I saved us.
He did. He actually did because he saw it and I didn't see it as well. I would have seen it.
He
just
wouldn't
probably
have seen it.
a half. Yes, I would have.
You would
Half a
never
second.
have seen it.
I would have.
We would have died, and it would have been, and this would have never happened. So you're welcome.
Well, and the thing is, like, I don't mean to portray us in a really bad light, but I was in a rush to get home.
Okay.
Because
It was a long day for you, man.
Yeah, it was a long day, but I had to get home because me and my dad were traveling to Georgia to sing at a church, and so the cordial thing for you to do is when that happens is you stop and you go check on those people that got in the
Okay,
wreck.
yes, and
we went right around them and kept
That's
going.
not funny. It's not.
It was not. No, and it was.
They
a
were
pretty-
all. To be fair, they were all okay. The driver
Yes.
in the seat was moving around. He
Yeah.
was good. He got out of the car. Like everybody had pulled off. It was fine.
We just didn't want to get stuck in traffic.
but
Nor
like
did
we
I.
kind of got lucky. Like that would have been like
Oh, if we were probably 200 yards behind, we would have been stuck in traffic.
that would have been all day.
Yeah,
like,
it was bad. It was for sure a bad
it was
wreck.
like 3
in
or
the
4
sense of-
cars that kind of got into it a little bit,
Well,
like
the person who
tussle-wise.
spun around like took over the whole highway. Like they took up
Oh
like
yeah,
2 lanes.
Like, at least. I mean, he was
Yeah.
like facing the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "What the heck?" And now, you know.
So we were probably not the best people in the world to just leave them in the dust like that.
I
but
said a prayer. I personally, I said a prayer. I prayed over them. Joseph, I don't know. That's
if he
between you and the
did,
Lord.
yeah, I was gonna say if he did, it was quiet. I didn't remember.
It was
a
in my
prayer.
head, but that's between you and the Lord. If you
Okay.
did or didn't, I don't think he did personally.
Well, anyway, that was something that was pretty traumatic. I feel like, or at least minorly traumatic for us.
It was fun. It was not fun, but it was
fun.
exciting.
Speaking of which, I got to visit Coby James' house, and it was
Oh.
no, don't get all.
He
shy.
met my parents, which was pretty
I did.
fun.
It was a big step in our
it
friendship.
was like a massive step in our friendship.
Yeah, and the thing that I really want to brag on at least is, his parents are super cool and super nice, but
they're
in
fun.
their house they have this decked out movie theater. It
Oh
is-
my
It is
goodness.
well, and here's the thing: I've seen houses with movie theaters in it, but this one was particularly special because. You tell us about like your dad
Here's
is
the
very
thing.
obsessed with like Disney amusement park rides.
Here's the thing,
right?
So my dad, he's kind of a go big or go home type guy. So when we decided to do this movie theater, he kind of always had this in mind. He loves projects. And at our church growing up, he would kind of do all the like set design for our productions, and it wasn't like normal church set design. It was like full on like Disney looking sets. Like there'd be trees in the whole sanctuary and a canopy covering the entire sanctuary and like crazy like buildings, and it was wild. It was really
That's
sick.
hardcore.
It was hard. We went hard in the paint for Easter. But my dad is super inspired by Disney and like loves their art design and stuff. And Big Thunder Mountain was kind of the inspiration for it. So
Oh, yeah.
we like got all these like wood panels and just like nailed them onto the everywhere. And then we got this like styrofoam, and we used a heat gun and like melted the styrofoam to make it look like rocks, and then hand painted them. We did this all together reluctantly for us, but he loved it. But he always roped us into it, and I am a much more appreciative person of that
And
now.
they have a lot of eye candy too, in the sense of like there's a little Yoda statue somewhere, a big life-size statue of Darth Maul.
like just fun, like random stuff that he's found. Like it's just where he puts all of his toys, basically. Like
it's so well designed. I mean, I was the most like entertaining movie theater I've been in, and I just had to brag on
it's
them.
a lot of fun. It's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of fun. So
Incredible.
yeah, he's a trip, man. He's always looking for a project. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got to do that over the trip.
This brings us to our next segment, Show and Tell.
Show and tell.
Okay, Joseph, so how do you want to do this? Because I think we're going to play it acoustic this time.
We're going to do something really weird where I'm going to put down my microphone and he's going to hold the microphone for me, like in front of my face and the guitar. And I'm going to do the same for him.
All right.
So I believe I went first last time. So maybe
want me to go first?
Maybe you should go first
All
this
right.
time.
Here,
What are you going to play for us? Show and Tell again is a segment where we get to play an original song, one that's probably unreleased because we want to showcase some of our demos and what it's like to be a musician in Nashville where you're on the constant grind of writing songs.
The constant grind.
So, Coby, tell us what song you're going to play for us today.
Okay.
And the message behind
I think I'm going to play a song called Hey Neighbor. It's really fun. I've never played on a guitar, like acoustic guitar. I normally play it a different way, so it'll be interesting. I'm probably going to mess up the chords, but we're going to try it. Just bear with me.
This is not working for me.
Just bear with me. Cross, could you grab that for us? Thanks, man. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But here, Joseph, you can take my mic. Want to do my mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do your mic.
I'm using Coby's mic now.
Oh. Did you have this tuned before?
I was just going to drop D. All right, is that like... Do you think it's loud enough?
That's picking it up, yeah. He's full sending it.
We're all taking sides, building walls and drawing lines in the sand. Get so far apart, what's in our hearts can be so hard to understand. But I remember when Jesus said, what matters most is loving Him and loving those around me. So let love speak loudly. We can change the world if we love each other. Open our hands up, open our hearts up and say, hey neighbor, we are all neighbors. We all gotta work for something better. Open our lives up, open our eyes up and say, hey neighbor, maybe we could see the world as our neighborhood.
I love it. Very nifty.
Hopefully that was good enough with the audio, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll see what happens.
It sounds great.
Okay, here, I got it in drop D, so let me...
Drop D. Wait, do I have a...
Do you have a capo?
I do. I have a capo.
Oh, good.
No, I don't have a capo.
Do you need a capo?
I don't know how to play in drop D.
No, it's not in drop D anymore.
It's not in drop D anymore?
No, I took it out.
I don't need a capo. We're good.
You don't. Okay.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, wait, hold up. I should tee this song up a little bit. This has a quick story. Let me try to make this as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I was a sophomore junior in high school, and I basically was a super weird kid. And just like any weird kid would do, I created an anti-prom club.
It's not a thing.
Super normal, right?
It's not a thing.
And this anti-prom club was called the Peer Pressureless Radical Trendsetters of Abstinence. It was,
dude. Every time you tell me this story, I want to
it's
die.
amazing. And it was. I had two other idiots in the club with me.
What were their
And
names? Can you tell us their names?
Sarah and Daniel.
There was a girl.
There was a girl
What?
that decided, hey, I ain't going to go to prom. And we called it PERDA for short. And on prom night, instead of going to prom, we decided to start off the night with Mexican food.
Nice.
Then we went to go see The Jungle Book.
Oh,
Terrible
movie choice.
It was at the time. It was great. It was the new hot thing.
Okay.
Then we got frozen yogurt, and then we finished the night with some Ultimate Frisbee glow in the dark edition.
There you go.
Got to back to home like at 10:30 promptly p.m.
Yeah.
to go to bed. Best night ever.
That sounds
Incredible.
fun. That sounds fun.
I wouldn't say.
My prom was actually a good time. Just
Did you go to prom,
yeah, like 3 times.
bro? You dropped out of high school.
My mom's gonna kill me that you said that.
Never mind. We don't have to put that in. If you
No,
don't
we
need
can
to.
keep it in. It's
Oh,
fun.
okay, cool.
It's fun. I went to prom like 3 times, 4 times. I was like,
okay.
oh, it's my last year. Like
Yeah.
every
Oh
time.
my word, that's so funny.
Oh man.
So anyway, this song is kind of born out of that experience. How I wanted to find a girl that would like not go to prom with me and kind of share that like weird like kid energy. And so this song is literally called "I'm a Countercultural Teenager" and I'm proud of it. And it is unreleased, and I don't know if it ever will be.
You only get a verse and a chorus. You know that. Okay.
I know we got it. Sitting in my desk, sharing views in Bible class. Sneers from my peers helping me to feel like flack. I don't know why, it's just so hard to be a countercultural teenager doing the right things. 'Cause I don't go to prom and I don't go to parties. Give my thoughts on theology. And when I speak, people are assuming to shut me up before I started talking.
I love the hook. That song has such a good hook. Here, I'll give you a mic.
Oh, thank you.
That song's so good, and I'm gonna be real with you. Cross, could you take this guitar from us?
Crosby. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm jealous that you making sure we're still recording. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
No, it's recording. It's green. It's green.
No, go just scroll over to it.
I am. We're good. We're good.
Oh, praise.
We're just a little sensitive right now.
I think because of the first podcast, I'm honestly scarred with this program. Pre-Sonus.
It's a good program. It was my laptop. But that song specifically makes me a little annoyed because it's so great live. Like, it does such a good thing to the crowd.
Yeah.
It pulls the curtain back. And I think I'm gonna steal that idea and do not like your song idea.
You weren't as weird of a kid as I was.
I really
So what
wasn't.
are you gonna do?
That's actually so true. I don't know.
I don't know. You were probably a cool kid.
I was not. Anybody that grew up with me would be like, he was kind of like mid.
Mid?
I was mid, man.
Oh, man.
I think I got more fun in Nashville, but I was fine. I was fine. I feel like I wasn't a cool kid by any means. I think actually people made fun of me.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, my music wasn't great. When I started, we both know like you're not great when you start.
That's true.
And so I was pretty terrible, and all my friends were like, and rightfully so. It was bad. So I don't know. I felt like I was kind of the odd guy out a lot of the time.
That was me too. I had a hard time making friends in high school for the most part, and I couldn't connect with many of the guys in my grade. So most of my friends were girls.
Me too. My best friend was Olivia. She was awesome, and
yeah,
she's a nurse. So we took different career paths.
There you go.
But yeah, man. I don't know. I always had a couple guy friends that were tight, but yeah, man, it was a thing. But yeah, I want to do a funny song. I think we should write Kojo specific funny songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Silly songs with Kojo, where Kojo comes out and sings a silly song.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Exactly.
Oh man. Well, I don't really have any critiques on that song, and I know that's kind of like what we do at that, but I mean,
no, we're kind of just showing it and just vibing with each other. Which brings us to our next
well,
segment.
hold on. You always jumped the gun on this.
Oh my word.
No, we have to showcase our indie talent of the week.
Who's our indie talent?
You always are surprised that I do this.
Yeah, well,
you're always like, oh yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Who is it?
His name is John Lucas.
Okay.
He's really, really great. Let me click the song real quick.
Unlike last week or the last episode, I do not know who this person is.
We'll put a clip in, but I chose his song "Time," which is really, really beautiful. It's very like indie folk, but it's got. I believe it's a Christian lyric. He was on a Christian playlist, and I found him kind of recently, and I really appreciated what he did. So here's a little clip.
I'm excited.
Okay, so that was John Lucas. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. All right. Well, Joseph, let's jump into the next segment. What's happening in CCM?
What is happening in CCM? Well, let's talk about...
For those of you who don't know, by the way, CCM stands for...
Yeah, that is true. You know, actually, a lot of people
don't know that.
Don't know what CCM
so
stands
Joseph,
for.
tell them that.
CCM stands
Because I know.
Yeah. It stands for Contemporary Christian Music or Christian Contemporary Music.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Christian Contemporary Music.
Okay.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Either way, it works. So what is happening in CCM? Something that I've noticed recently that I'd love to chat about is the Grand Ole Opry.
Ah, yeehaw.
The Grand Ole Opry is famous for housing some of the greatest country acts in history as far as musicians.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I've taken notice that they're letting Christian artists do their Grand Ole Opry debuts.
It's a thing.
Yeah, you got Riley Clemens, I believe for King and Country did their Opry debut.
Didn't Katie?
Katie Nicole also
did
did her Opry debut. Ann Wilson, Matthew West, they're just letting them in.
Letting everybody play now.
I know, crazy, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, we haven't been contacted
Have
yet.
No, we haven't.
I'm utterly shocked at.
Okay.
Absolutely shocked they haven't asked me or Coby
I'm
to
just
play
a little
there.
like they're letting anybody do it now.
I mean, if they let Ann Wilson do it, they got to let Joseph
surely
O'Brien
they're going
do
to
it.
let us do it.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
had a song of the same to equal magnitude.
That's right.
Duh.
Well, yeah. What song was that?
Brand new.
Brand new. Brand stages?
Brand stages. Brand give up.
Brand love?
New.
I don't know.
No, but it's a really cool thing. I think it's fun. I said this once to you before, but I think some of it has to do with the shift in Christian music going more country. I think there's something in that. Like Ann Wilson kind of has pioneered, not just her specifically, but Zach Williams did it first. But and
I think even before Zach Williams, you had
Crowder.
Crowder, but Rhett Walker.
he was way after Zach Williams.
Wait, Rhett Walker? Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
yeah.
but he was after Zach
Rhett
Williams.
Walker band though.
What?
When he did that song,
I am a believer.
not that one. It was even before then. It was something with hope. Oh, When Mercy Found Me.
Yeah, that didn't work though.
Yes, it did. That
No, it
song I
didn't.
heard that on the radio all the time. What do you
No.
mean it didn't work?
Rhett didn't blow till like gospel song.
No, he had song like When Mercy Found Me did a really good job.
All right, I'm playing a show with him this weekend, so I'm gonna ask.
Okay, you can
Okay,
ask him.
I think it's Zach Williams who pioneered it.
He definitely was huge. Like Zach Williams was like I think the one who like
What was his-
became huge, but he wasn't the first to do
What was
it.
his big one?
Chainbreaker?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Wow, how could you forget
Well,
Chainbreaker?
I get that one confused with when you're lost and crumbling, come stumbling in like a prodigal. See the walls start crumbling, let the gates of glory open wide.
The Crowder song?
Yeah, chains. See the chains fall?
I don't know what I don't know what that song is.
That's a Crowder one.
Well, stuck. Yeah, I have no idea.
You guys know it.
Yeah,
but
you know it.
it was a Crowder song, so I always think of that one. But
Interesting.
Chainbreaker, yeah. So, anyways, I think that's a big part of the Grand Ole Opry thing. But I think it's super weird that like Katie, Nicole, and Ann Wilson, like these new guys, are playing it. But like Matthew West is also posting like first time playing the Grand Ole Opry is wild.
Yeah, it is weird. Everyone seems to be on the same playing field. I think even Riley Clemens beat a lot of them to it. It was super funny. Like she went on before I believe Ann Wilson or Katie Nicole did.
Which is well, I mean, rightfully so. She's been doing it longer.
She's incredible, but I wonder what was the Opry thinking in the sense
Like,
of
where did that come from?
Yeah, where were they like? Oh, schedule wise, like we'll get Riley Clemens first. You know?
Sure. Like, what made her not do it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Like, she's been big for a while.
But even if some of these artists like Matthew West isn't country, I'm kind of wondering if the Opry just became more friendly to CCM just in general to switch things up so that it's not always country. You know?
I think so.
They had Ben Rector on just a couple like days ago or weeks ago,
I think
and he's not
so.
country. So
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think Christian is also such a big genre here in town. Like, you either write Nashville country or Nashville Christian music. Like, there's no
Yes.
pop really. You know, it's not like a big scene here. So it's kind of one of the two, and I think it's smart to embrace the two. Also, I feel like there's even with Chris Tomlin and the country collaborations that have happened recently. Like who do you have on it?
Kane Brown, I believe.
Yeah, it was like Kane
Kane
Brown.
Brown, Walker Hayes probably, and some different people.
Yeah, it's. I feel like there's some synergy going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. So what was that other thing we were going to talk about?
Let's talk about the charts. So if you don't know about this, whenever you're listening to K-Love or your local Christian radio station, like you can tell if a song's doing well or not by the charts and
how often they play it.
and how often. And so we're gonna take a look at the charts today.
Yeah.
I have not checked today, and so I don't know
Oh,
what
really?
is going to be number one. Do you want to go ahead and throw out a guess as to what you think number one
Okay,
is?
I will. I'm trying to remember what last week's was.
Me on Your Mind by Matthew West.
Was it? That was shocking because it's already been number one before.
Yes.
But you know what? I figured it out. It's because Ann Wilson featured on it.
Oh, that's so true.
It got another life because of that.
Yeah.
It actually sounds really good with her on it too.
I'm sure it does.
So-
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
I love that song. I think it's a great song.
Okay. Do you have a guess? Do you think that's what it is?
Me on Your Mind Again?
Yeah.
Well, you just suggesting that makes me think it's that again.
I don't know.
Do you have it pulled up right
I
now?
just pulled it up and I haven't looked.
I'd what was like number 2 last week? What?
Fill My Cup by Andrew Rip.
I don't think that's shot back up to number 1. No, it's not number 1. So I'm gonna go.
We loved listening to that song.
It was a
He
good
hadn't
song.
heard it,
It
and
was a
then when
good
we went
song.
on the road trip, I played it for him. He was like, "Ooh, that's fire."
It was heat. I'm really happy to see somebody who's like put so much time and effort into CCM and like writing and the whole radio game. Like I love seeing somebody win at it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we feel like that sometimes. Like we're trying our hardest, you know.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see somebody that really has tried, like get it to happen. I'm gonna go Me on Your Mind again. Week number 1.
It is Me on Your Mind by
Ah,
Matthew
caught
West.
it. There you
Incredible,
go.
bro.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is Still Fill My Cup by Andrew Rip.
Oh, cool.
And believe it or not, Andrew Rip is not a signed artist.
Yeah, he doesn't have a record label.
He doesn't have a record label, and getting a number 1 without a label, as well as stay at the position he's been at for a while, is pretty impressive.
Pretty unprecedented. It doesn't happen.
Does not happen at all. So if you ever see Andrew Rip in public, go give him a big hug.
Tell him congratulations because that man deserves it.
He does.
Did you see his post when he talked about getting his number 1?
No.
It was really sweet. He was talking about how he almost was like about to give up, and then when he got his first one, Jericho.
Jericho, yeah.
When he got his first one, he really it was just it's just a cool God thing. I don't know.
Wow.
But give us the top 5. What's the top 5 right
Yeah,
now?
top 5 right now, we have, obviously, Matthew West, Me on Your Mind, Andrew Rip, Fill My Cup. And number 3 is Jeremy Camp, Getting Started.
Oh, that's a new one, right? Newer.
Yes, it is a newer one.
That'll probably hit number 1 soon.
Probably. And number 4 is Toby Mac featuring Blessing Offer, The Goodness.
I hope that hits number 1.
Shout out to Papa Daddy Toby Mac.
Big Papa.
Because he, again, is owner of the record label that I am under. And
Yes.
so I have to pay tribute to him every single time. I love you, Toby. You're amazing. And number 5 is Phil Wickham, Hymn of Heaven.
Oh, wow.
So really solid top 5.
That's a good top 5. Yeah. What do you think your prediction is for next week? What's your prediction?
Next week, it's probably still going to be Matthew West, Me on Your Mind.
You think 3?
I really do think that Hymn of Heaven's going to continue to climb. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits number 1 because it's such an impactful song.
You know what's crazy to me is that's got a Dove nomination, doesn't it?
It does.
And it's not even number 1 yet.
It's never been number 1.
That's wild.
I
It's
know.
new. Is that new then?
Well, it's big on CCLI, and that's another chart that I think is pretty important for people to know. CCLI represents the chart for people using your songs in a church and on
Yeah.
a Sunday. And what you don't know, or maybe you do know, Phil Wickham is probably the most successful, him or Chris Tomlin are the most successful CCLI artists I have ever seen.
They big.
This Is Amazing Grace is still top 10 in CCLI. That song has been out for, 5, 6
Over
years?
5 years. It was 5 years ago in 2020.
I know I can't get into the numbers game. Let's just put it this way. Whoever can land a top 10 song on CCLI is doing well from this, doing very well from themselves.
It's wild.
It's just amazing how many people subscribe to this thing, and so that songwriters can get properly paid for the songs they write that are utilized in church. So it's a beautiful thing.
Right. Yeah. And it's tough because I feel like on the regular AC side, which is the charts we were just talking about earlier, songwriters don't get paid enough. It's kind of a big deal. Like they're massively underpaid, and artists obviously do decent when they have a big song. But it's pretty hard. I have a lot of songwriter friends that just they voice that. They've put in a lot of time, a lot of work, and they don't make as much as they should. So as artists, I think, especially our level, if something ever is to happen, it's always important to look out for those people.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
That's super good.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's what's happening in CCM. Let's go ahead and go to the next segment of Game Time.
No, it's actually Sad Songs with Joseph.
Sad Songs with Joseph. Okay, let's go ahead and throw it on then.
Let's do Sad Songs with Joseph.
And now it's part of the show where Joseph comes out and sings a sad song.
What's up, guys? There is absolutely no reason we have changed clothes
From the future.
besides the fact that we, yes, are from the future.
Technically.
Yes, we are.
All right.
And we're not going to explain why. But this is Sad Songs with Joseph. The first week we're doing this live. Last week you got a little TikTok. Now you're going to get actual performance from me.
Yeah.
So no pressure for me.
No.
But today I thought we'd spice things up a bit and do one of the biggest Christian songs that has ever hit the market recently.
In Jesus' Name by Katie Nicole?
In Jesus' Name by Katie Nicole.
Really?
What if that song?
I nailed that.
Yeah, he nailed it. It's not like I told him 30 minutes ago.
I
but-
forget things.
That's true. And so this one actually, I think you're gonna like this one. I think this is objectively good. And again, the whole point of this is that at the end of me playing this, Coby's either gonna give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and Crosby, our beloved cameraman, who has a mic this week.
What's up, guys? What's
Hey.
good? Tuning in from behind the camera.
That's
good to
right.
hear from
Is gonna
you.
also give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Except he can't hear it really because he doesn't have headphones. But he'll guess. He'll do
I'll
his
see the head
best.
bobs. And if it's good.
Yeah.
Kobe's gonna hold the mic for me here.
I will. Put yours
And I hope
down.
you guys enjoy this rendition of In Jesus' Name by Katie Nicole. And I'm going to do a little intro for it. So here we go.
Okay.
You got to get in the mode. I always say get in the minor mode, the sad mode.
I pray for your healing. The circumstances would change. I pray that the fear inside would flee. In Jesus' name, I pray that a breakthrough would happen today. I pray miracles over your life. In Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. Oh, in Jesus' name.
Oh my gosh! Dude,
I'm telling you, you make it like a cinematic reverb.
that was the coolest thing I've ever
ethereal
heard.
That was
thing.
pretty emotional. Very
Dude,
emotional.
you didn't get to hear the piano. The piano was bussin'.
It's cool.
Dude, that was better than the original. No offense.
Leave a like if you liked the minor rendition of In Jesus' Name. So we got 2 thumbs up. 2 enthusiastic
two
thumbs
massive
up.
thumbs up. Crosby's giving a thumbs up.
Let's
Massive.
go.
I,
All right.
I didn't hear the piano at all. I just heard your voice, and Joseph. And that was the first time I actually heard your voice.
Oh,
Isn't he got a good voice?
Yes, bro.
Thanks, man.
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Like, I've never heard of Joseph.
As you can see, we vet,
I don't listen
we
to
vet
Christian
the
music
people
that
that
much.
work
It's
here
okay.
for us.
Anyway, we'll catch you next time on Sad Songs with Joseph.
So actually,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
That was a beautiful sad song. Thank you for doing that, Joseph. Now we can go ahead and move on to our next segment. Game time.
Roll the clip.
All right, so today I'm super excited about Game Time, and here's why. Uh-oh. Do I have to load it up? There it is. I found it. Okay. So I don't know if about me, or no, I do know about me.
I don't know about me, but
I don't know about me. I don't know about you, Coby, but do you like VeggieTales?
I like him enough.
Enough.
No, I love VeggieTales,
See,
Joseph.
we
I'm
both-
kidding.
We both grew up VeggieTales kids.
We did.
And so I thought it'd be super appropriate today to have a VeggieTales themed trivia. Because the last episode we did best friend themed trivia. Now we're
love
gonna
it.
do VeggieTales because it's been very impactful in our lives. And if you haven't seen VeggieTales, you've really been missing out. So
I mean, I don't think anybody watching this hasn't seen VeggieTales.
that's probably very
I feel
true.
like if you're the kind of person that wants to watch 2 Christian young guys talk about Christian music, you're probably a Larry the Cucumber fan.
that's true.
So
Yeah. Oh, what did you say earlier today? That was hilarious.
I said I'm Larry, right? And then you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, I guess that makes me Bob. And I was like, you're definitely Bob.
Yeah, I'm Bob.
You're for sure Bob.
But what was the color switch? That was kind of funny. You were like, "What if like Larry the cucumber was red?" Did I dream this?
I think you
That
did.
happened.
We say that?
Yeah, Crosby. What happened? Do you remember?
You said you were Larry, but you were like a red cucumber.
The red cucumber.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember this being a thing.
Yeah, you said something about red cucumber and a green tomato.
Huh.
Yeah, it was funny.
I don't know if we have
whatever it
the
was.
audio from this, but if we do,
Yeah, I don't know.
anyways.
Anyways,
okay,
super
okay.
fun.
Let's play it.
So, as per usual, I'm your host, and I'm going to be the one asking the questions because I would probably get all of these right.
Okay.
But we're going to test Coby.
He gets a little more condescending with the headphones on, I will say.
Apparently.
That's the thing. He gets a little more confident.
Well, what happened is whenever I put headphones on, my voice gets a little bit deeper.
He's like, hey guys, it's Joseph
And
O'Brien. It's Joseph O'Brien here, and I've got a game for you.
into Shawn Mendes.
I've got a game for you, you guys.
What do you do?
Every time. He's like, yeah, guys, so anyways. And he puts
Without
the headphones
headphones.
on. I've got a game for you. Hey, he gets all like slouched back. Hey, I'm Joseph O'Brien.
Okay, stop it.
And I made a song
Stop
called
it. We're moving on.
Give
We're
up
moving
on love, but
Literally
don't give up on me, girl.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
In the story of Esther, what character plays Haman? Is it
Haman.
A, Larry,
No.
B, Mr. Lunt, C...
Which one's Mr. Lunt?
I don't know. He's like a little potato starch or something
It's
like
not
that.
him.
C, Junior, or D, Mr. Nezer?
It's Nezer or it's the potato.
You're the most confusing when it comes to these games because I said the potato or whatever his name was, and he's like, well, it's not him. And then when I read off all the answers,
I'll be like, it's definitely him.
he's like, well, it's got to be either the small potato. I'm like, bro, why do you
All right,
say
so
the things you do?
It's number 2 or 4.
Why are you the way that you
Why
are?
Why are you the way that you are? Every time I try to do something fun. No, so I think it's number 4. Final answer.
Mr. Nezer?
I think it's Nezer.
That is incorrect.
What? It's the potato.
It's Mr. Lunt.
I knew it.
He
I
plays
knew
Haman.
it.
Dude, Haman's like the really weird, annoying little character.
Haman. He's like that guy, right?
Yeah.
He talks like that.
Bro, how'd you miss that?
I'm Haman.
All right, so he's 0 for 1, which means he's got a 0%, which means he's failing. Don't be like Coby.
I don't know what you're doing. That's what he talks like,
Whoa.
right?
Speaking of good impressions, Coby's just so good at them. We love it.
I don't know
Question number 2. What 2 things did the Viking and the bank robber steal from Santa Bob and the toy that saved Christmas? Which,
I didn't watch this
I
one a
gotta be
lot.
honest, I've never seen the toy that
I
saved
don't think
Christmas.
I've seen this one.
Really? Well, you're gonna
poser.
You're gonna
You're
have
such
to
a
guess.
faker.
You're gonna have to guess.
All right.
You got either A, the belt and hat, B, carrots and celery, C, milk and cookies, and D, liver and kidneys.
Milk and cookies. Final answer.
That would have been a standard answer, but the actual answer was
Carrots.
belt and hat.
Wow.
Belt and hat.
See, that's the thing with VeggieTales. I was like, is it going to be the most obvious thing because that's funny, or is it the most obscure thing because it's funny?
That one's the most obscure on this
It is.
list.
It
so
is.
I don't actually blame you for missing that one at all.
Okay.
All right. Question number 3. So you're 0 for 2, still at 0%.
That's pretty good.
So question number 3. What did Junior Asparagus want to buy at the Stuff Mart but couldn't afford it? And this was the Madame Blueberry episode.
Okay. I remember people
A,
like this one.
a vacuum cleaner. B, a soda pop. C, a ball. Or D, a train set.
It's the back 3. It's one of the back 3.
Okay. Next thing you know, he's going to be like, but it might be vacuum cleaner.
It's not vacuum cleaner.
So you got vacuum cleaner,
I don't think
soda
it's it.
pop, a ball, or a train set.
Soda pop's interesting. Ball is interesting because it was to buy a ball.
Mhm.
I'm a little stuck here. I'm gonna just train set feels like the right answer to me, so I'm gonna go train set.
That is correct.
Yeah, I feel like I remembered that being a thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
He ended up buying a ball.
That's right. That's
So
why both those felt
He
right.
wanted the train set, but his dad was like, we can't afford it.
Yep.
And she was like, okay. Wait, was Junior a dude or a guy? I mean,
I think Jerry's.
I mean, a guy or a girl.
Well, in this day and age,
I actually think I figured out that Junior's a guy,
I
but it's voiced by a female.
I think I always thought it was a guy.
Yeah,
but it was kind of ambiguous. I was like, I don't really
but
know what's
because
happening.
it's voiced like voiced by a female, I always thought Junior was a girl.
That's a thing. Like, why is Peter Pan always cast as a girl in plays?
Well, even like your Nickelodeon shows, like Timmy Turner was voiced by a girl.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, there's a bunch of those. Like,
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of some other ones. Like ones that it's always like the animated movies, like
Yeah.
that you think is a young boy. It's never a young boy.
Yeah.
They're always doing our young boys bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cut it.
Cut it.
Cut it.
Don't cut it.
I don't know. That just feels uncomfortable.
You're
Uh,
uncomfortable.
All right, so he's 1 for 3, which means he's 33.34% correct. That's right. I'm the math geek here.
That's actually impressive.
Whatever. If we try. Okay. Actually, no, I got that wrong. It's just 33.33 because you can't round up to 4
Okay,
because we don't
Joseph.
have enough. Question number 4. What happened to Larry's lips first in the silly song "I Love My Lips"? So what happened to him first? Like all of this stuff happened, except one of them.
I love my lips. I don't know.
Yeah. So A, they
How-
turned blue. B, he kissed his Aunt Ruth.
They turned blue.
And C, stuck in a gate. Or D, nothing.
They turned blue.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
That is correct.
I knew it.
So he's 2 for 4, which
See,
means
I
he's
called
at
that
50%.
at first. I was like, I knew it at first.
Beautiful, bro.
How's the song go?
If my lips ever left my mouth,
Yeah.
packed a bag and headed south,
That's a
that'd
great
be
one.
too bad. It's a great song.
I love my lips.
Question 5. Who takes notes when Larry is talking about his lips in the song "I Love My Lips"?
I have no idea.
Like, who's taking notes? It's A, Junior's dad, B, Dr. Archibald, C, Bob, or D, Larry Boy.
Who's the first one?
Junior's dad.
Junior's dad.
Bro, the song, do you not remember the song?
Not really.
Do you not remember that, like, when he's talking about his lips, he's talking to, like, almost like a therapist / like a doctor?
Oh, yeah.
So it would therefore be Dr. Archibald, because that was the only doctor option.
Oh.
That's okay. You might have been able to use your head a little bit more there.
No. I didn't know that one.
It's okay.
I really
So
didn't.
that makes you 2 of 5, which would mean you're 1 of 3, so you're back at 33%.
That sounds like my school grades.
Wait, no, 2 of 5. I just got that wrong.
No.
2 of 5.
Now you lose a point.
I know I should. 2 of 6 is 1/3. 2 of 5 is what was that? 20. Hold up, 5. I don't
We
want to do
wouldn't
the
have been
math.
friends in high school.
40%. You're at 40%. I got it.
I don't think we would have been friends in high
We
school.
probably would have actually, because we were both weirdos. So
were.
you were a little cooler than I was, probably
I wasn't.
though. Question number 6: Who took Larry's place in Silly Songs with Larry after they were canceled?
Oh.
A, the peach that took his hairbrush. B, Dr. Archibald, C, Mr. Lunt, or D, they were just canceled.
Mr. Lunt.
That is correct.
Yes.
He
I
had
remember
no
that.
hesitation.
Pizza Angel.
No.
He's saying Pizza Angel.
No, Larry the Cucumber sang Pizza Angel.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's saying a different one.
Cheeseburger
Cheeseburger.
is what.
Sorry,
Yes,
that's
there
what I
you
meant.
go.
That's what I meant.
It
Sorry.
was another food. You're correct.
I get them confused. I get both of those confused because they're
So
both
now
my
you-
favorite songs.
Now you're back at 50% because he's 3 of 6. So we got question number 7. What kind of vegetable is Junior? Is he A, a Brussels sprout? Is he B, an apricot, which is not a vegetable, but maybe it is? C, asparagus, or D, broccoli?
He's an asparagus.
That is correct,
Yeah,
Mundo.
yeah.
He is 4 of 7, which I don't know what
Is that all of them?
No, there's 3 more.
There's 5. There's 15 more.
Yeah, no. There's just 3 more. Okay.
Jeez.
Question 8. Who are the hosts of the show? I'm not gonna even give you
Bob
the
and
answers.
Larry.
There you go. Easy.
Oh, that was a question.
Yeah, I know.
You're running out of stuff. aren't you?
Unbelievable. Well, no, this was an online quiz, not my
He's
fault.
getting a little lazy with these game times.
I'm unworried.
2 episodes in.
5 of 8. Here we go. Question number 9. What do the grapes of wrath never do? Do they never shower? Do they never take a bath? Do they never wear deodorant? Or do they never sing?
They never sing.
So in the
I haven't
episode,
seen this. I have no idea what this
oh
is.
really?
I have
So
zero
in
clue.
the episode, they do sing the song "We Are the Grapes of Wrath. We never take a bath." So
oh,
it would
okay,
have been
okay.
Take a bath.
Okay, that's good. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that one. That was a cheeky one.
That's okay. That's an OG one. That's like one of the first VeggieTales episodes
I don't
ever.
like the first few.
Well, that's because you have no soul.
They're scary.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Question number 10. Which I think you're 5 of 9. So you want
Dude, I've given up. I have no
you
clue
want to
what
grab
I am.
this next one for sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I wanna
What
catch
is
it up.
the name of Junior's best friend?
Okay,
It's-
Sherman.
Is it A, the rumor weed?
No.
B, the fib? C, Buzzsaw Louie? Or D, Laura?
Laura.
That's correct.
That was an easy one.
That was a really easy one.
All those things are bad guys.
Yeah, so hey, you got a 60%, which is a failing grade, but
that's I would take that grade in math.
hey,
And Miss Denise knows I would take that grade in math.
Miss Denise, you heard it here first. He would take a 60% over, I guess, is anything else?
I would only be able to get a 60%.
Oh,
and
he'd
that
only
would
be
be
able-
that would be a gracious 60%.
Yeah, okay. That's
So-
fair. Well, hey, thank you for joining us for Game Time. We'll
That
go
was
to the
game
next
time.
segment.
So the next segment is Q&A. Hit the tape.
Q&A, Q&A, it's time for Q&A.
We're back into Q&A. Okay, Joseph, let's see here. What questions do we have today?
Lay 'em on me, man. I've got all the answers.
Joseph, do you have an album yet? If not, when will you have an album?
I don't have an album yet.
You should.
And people tell me I should, just like Coby should get one. But the point is we're kind of here's my hot take. I think that albums for artists who are new like us
Don't matter.
should not matter, no, they should matter, but they don't.
They don't.
And here's why: because you have to build up a fan base, you have to build up an audience, and only then,
Yep.
and continually only then, will they buy an album after they become fans of you.
Yeah.
If I released an album right now, maybe 20 people would listen to
Two
it.
people would hear it, and that would
Yeah.
be my mother and your mother.
That's right.
So my thing with albums are, and we're never going to say this when an artist is actually here, like another artist, like when we're doing a guest.
Sure.
We'll never say this because everybody would probably be like, no, it's the art form. But honestly, no one cares. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're going to put out 13 songs and 3 of them are going to get listened to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a guy for, I'll do an EP. I've done probably 4 or 5 EPs.
Yeah.
That is an album. Like, if you put them together, those are 2 albums. But, like, it comes in waves of, like, that's more consumable. Like, people can take those
Yeah.
and, like, listen to them.
And not to get this isn't really necessarily spiritual, but I think a problem with our generation is attention span.
Oh, dude, yeah.
People, because of TikTok and modern social media, people's attention spans are like so quick to like pass up on things, and they can't handle anything that's too long. That's why even these podcasts, like I'm kind of, we were literally before this segment just talking
Yeah.
about, I'm concerned with like keeping it about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, but we kind of, because we love talking, we just end up going
Yeah.
to 40, 45. And sometimes I wonder, I'm like, will people end up listening to something that long? And,
Yeah.
you know, I think I always just think that way because I know me personally, I tend to actually fall into that category. If I can have a very short attention span, I'm on TikTok and like, if something doesn't catch my eye in 4 seconds, then I'm like, nah, next,
Same.
next. And music's the same way. Sometimes I won't even give the chorus a shot. If the verse doesn't make me feel good,
I'm
then I'll
out.
just I'm
I'm
peacing
out.
out. Even if the first 2 notes settle with me a wrong way,
that's a real
it's
thing.
done. It's like done deal, bro.
I'm kind of like that right now, honestly, where I'm kind of a snob. Like, I'll play it and I'm like, no, not hooked.
Yep.
Even like sonically, like music wise.
Yes.
Like if they're like, ding, 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 I'm like, I'm out. I'm just kidding. That's Joseph's single we wrote.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
No, but if it's
I
like,
was wondering, like, what are you singing?
but if it's something that like just doesn't hit me, I'm like, I'm out. I
Yeah.
can't do this anymore. Which is, I don't think I was always like that.
We're just man, dude. We're a critical generation, man.
We are.
Because we
it's
get
sad.
so much content. I mean, and to be fair, there's so much content out there.
It's just
We-
thrown
we've-
at us.
We've become a critical generation because we've been given so much. And there's so much good content out there that once you get a taste of that, then you kind of judge everything else from that same perspective. And it's just crazy. I think social media has changed the game as far as music, even.
Yeah.
Like what is considered good and what's bad.
Yeah. That's
So.
a good one. Okay. All right. Next one. Let's see here. If you can meet any person who is no longer living, who would you meet and why?
We can't. So the Sunday school answer would be obviously
Jesus!
But I would venture to argue. Venture to argue? Yeah, that's a phrase. I would venture to say that this is kind of dark. Don't come for me here. I will be able to meet everyone that I ever want to in heaven.
Sure.
So I'm going to pick someone who is not a believer.
Oh my gosh.
Because
that's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, because if I can meet anyone in heaven, like I'm going to be able to talk to Paul, Peter, the disciples, Jesus, everyone in heaven. I'm not going to have the opportunity to talk to maybe someone who's not in heaven. And
That's wild.
that's a hot take.
So who?
So that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm trying to think through all the people that weren't necessarily Christians. But dude, this is a weird answer, but it's the first thing that keeps popping up in my head. I want to meet Nero.
Who?
Nero.
Who's that?
He was in scripture. He was crazy.
Oh, Nero in scripture.
Emperor Nero.
Yeah. Wow.
Or like, what if you like go even further back? Like, what's an Old Testament character?
Like, what about Cain?
What is Cain? Was he redeemed? Do you think?
Cain killed his brother.
I
So,
know.
I mean, it's a pretty big no-no.
I know.
I feel like you can't come back from that. I know. I know what they say, but genuinely,
Gosh.
I don't know if forgiveness spans that far. No, I'm just kidding.
It
does. It does.
It does. That's the beautiful thing about
Yeah, it is.
God's
It is.
mercy and
It's
forgiveness.
it's crazy.
So
genuinely.
yeah, that was my first answer. I don't want to like take any more time, so I'll say Nero because he was actually crazy,
Wow.
and it really, when I say I want to meet him, it's more like a thing where maybe I'm in a time capsule where I can observe, but I'm not actually in there.
Yeah, I don't
Because
feel
if
like
I
you'd
was
wanna
in there,
hang with
no,
him.
I wouldn't want to hang with him because he'd kill me. That's too dark. I'm not gonna say what he did. He just did really bad things to Christians.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have wanted to meet him in person.
Yeah.
Only as like a spirit.
See, yours was a spiritual answer. Mine was going to be like something really like self-fulfilling. Like,
Okay.
but I don't want to do it now, so I'm not going to do it.
No, go for it.
I was going to say like Prince or Michael Jackson.
Oh, those are good answers.
Like-
Those are normal answers.
Yeah, Nero is a deep cut.
I-
I'm gonna
yeah,
be real with you.
I just think about things, but no. To be fair, like yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Like Michael Jackson would be amazing just because he was such a freak of nature talent. Prince is the same way. But I mean, if I'm thinking like historical, that changes it up a little bit. Like
Sure.
I love the idea of thinking of somebody who's a non-believer because you're going to see them in heaven. So this actually makes the game more fun. In a way. But then you're also condemning people.
No, well, I'm not.
So-
It's just hard, man. Like that's what I'm saying. I think too deeply. We'll have to talk about the reckless love thing again at some point.
We'll do that in the end segment.
Yeah, end segment. Cool.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Or do we just save it because we don't have that much time? I mean,
Yeah, that's so true.
we've gone pretty long.
Yeah, okay. We'll save it for
We'll
another
save reckless
episode.
love. So
Well, we said we
gotcha.
We said we were gonna. I can condense it. We'll be fine.
No, I wanted to go into it. We're gonna do it. Go into
No.
it. Episode 3.
Okay, you heard it here. I'm so sorry. We said we were gonna get into it.
I
Episode
know it's
2.
all Joseph's fault. He is making me not talk about it. So
We're gonna talk about it. Episode 3. My not really that much of a hot take on reckless love, but apparently we need more time than like 30 seconds.
it's all right to say it.
We're already taking. No, we can't. You already teed it up.
All right.
We're saving it for next
Just
episode.
do
Give
it.
us the next Q&A
All
question.
right. So the next we'll do one more Q&A question.
One more.
and then we'll be done. How will we choose our guests for the podcast? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I mean, for me, where my mind goes is friends. We have a lot of friends that are in the music industry that are doing stuff. I mean, but collectively we know a lot of people. So I think a lot of it will be friends, but I wouldn't mind in the comments, if we do get enough people to listen to it, let us know who you want to see, even if it's 3 of you guys. Let us know who you want to have on the podcast. This is really fun for us, so we'll do anybody and figure out who we can get. Stop.
Super fun. I was just gonna agree.
Who we can grab, because I know there's a lot of people who would be down to do it. And then, different kinds of people, not all artists. Maybe we'll do some songwriters and talk about songwriting, or we'll do, producers or managers, or I don't know. There's a lot of options, but yeah.
The options, I feel like, are endless for sure. So I was going to say the exact same thing. We'll definitely have some friends on here. But yeah, I would agree. Like, let us know in the comments who you think would be a great, addition to this. Anyone who's a good hang, too.
We got to get Cade on here.
Oh, Cade Thompson's for sure coming on the show.
He'll probably be our first guest.
In fact, I believe he will be our first guest.
We've talked about it. He's a freaking hoot.
Yeah.
He is a hoot.
Watch your language.
Friggin'?
Yes.
I know.
Watch your language.
I'm sorry.
Crosby found that funny.
It could have been worse.
You should bleep it out. No. No one will ever listen to us in the Christian world ever again.
That'd be so. I'm going to go in and just...
You definitely hit the secular world.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. The secular world would go crazy. I'm going to randomly bleep Joseph's words out. How
No,
funny.
that would be terrible.
How funny.
Star Wars.
Yes. How
Oh, my
funny
word.
of a segment would that be?
I'm super innocent, I think at least, so that would make no sense for
So
me.
am I.
Just know I tend to not use language.
Neither of us
It's
do.
not a
We're
thing.
not big language guys.
Nope. No.
Not fans. Well, okay. So let's get into the end segment. Joseph, what are you going to do tonight? You going to sleep?
I'm gonna play Fortnite, and I'm
Really?
gonna call it a night.
He invited me to play, but I'm a little too old for that. So
oh no,
I'm
he's
just
going
kidding.
to hang out with friends, so we understand.
Yes, So I would hop on though.
That's okay.
It's good. Well, catch a dub for me, man.
Yeah, I'll catch a dub for you.
All right. Well, catch us next week, guys. This is fun. Thank you for listening to the Kojo Show. I'm your host, Coby James.
And I am your older, therefore wiser host, Joseph O'Brien, and we talked music.
And we talked life.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.